Kevin, could you do me a favor? Could you put your hands on the blanket? Cool. Thanks.
During the interview, it was just... How did you go?
Shit. No, so yeah.
Wait. I wait with answering.
But you could be over the top, like completely.
That's overcompensating. We don't want to do that. Oh, this is nice. Oh, it's so good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's so good to see you.
Yeah. It's been a year already, right?
Yeah.
That always I can't
You guys feel
cope with
comfortable?
my cap. So it always shows me how fast a year is passing by.
Yeah, I was
like,
saying to Johnny
blink of an
about
eye.
this, the fact that it's been a whole year since we saw you guys, because I feel like social media's made that like even more ridiculous, because you're kind of seeing each other all the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's been a year since you hung out.
Absolutely. And it always feels like not only with you, but getting connected with people on Instagram. It's like you haven't actually seen each other for maybe 2 or 3 years, and then you see each other at the bakeries in your hometown, and you know everything what's going on in the other person's life, which is cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. You can see his stories, for example, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then maybe you text each other from time to time, even if it's just like every 2 months.
Yeah.
And I don't
You,
know.
you still know what's going on.
Exactly, but I don't know how I managed to do that. But Nathan, your stories are always like at the front.
Oh,
like,
great.
In the front, yeah. It's like usually my girlfriend was my now wife.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I think you was complaining about like some girls. Now it's you know. Like
She's complaining about me.
No,
Yeah,
she
whenever
doesn't.
I'm on my phone and your story is popping up, I'm like,
Oh yeah. You can't touch my phone.
yeah, she's like,
What are you gonna
who's
do
that?
there?
Who's that?
Nothing.
No one,
Public
nothing.
person.
Nothing?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Nothing.
We're not wearing pants on here, by
Oh,
the
yeah.
way. Just,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
saving that for ourselves.
So
That's
sorry.
also though, do you find it's really hard though, because like for you guys, when fans come up to you, they feel like they know you and what's been happening in your lives and where you've been, and it's not necessarily reciprocated. So they get this side of you that's really intimate and kind of get a feeling of like, we know what's going on. And they'll be like, how is this? And then you can't really have that conversation the same way because you haven't seen their stuff in the same way.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
To be honest, that is sometimes a problem because some people might know us from the internet, from videos, from stories, and this kind of gives them the feeling of being close, even like maybe even being friends.
I mean, we actually want to give them the feeling that
We're very outgoing. We're
Yeah.
very outgoing.
What?
That's not.
You guys are outgoing? I wouldn't have never guessed.
Yeah, it's like when we meet people outside, it's like we like to talk, but sometimes I had some experience with people being too close.
Yeah.
you know?
like
Yeah.
there was no distance left.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That is a really hard thing. I feel like I think about, not to take away from you, but like bona fide celebrities, like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mm-hmm.
He can never have just like a regular conversation with someone.
Exactly.
No, never.
Yeah.
Never.
That must be such an interesting and kind of hard experience.
I really think that this is actually one of the points where so many people are getting into drugs, getting into alcohol, or just getting depressed or something. Because, I mean, being popular doesn't mean that you be happy, you know?
Yeah,
or
definitely.
it's the same with money. Being rich doesn't mean that you are the happiest person on earth. I think they don't have that balance that we still have because we're not celebrities. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
And we're
we still
not,
have that balance. I mean, there are some people at home that are noticing us, even when we go to UK or somewhere else. But it's not. I mean, it's still pretty easy.
You can walk out in the street and not be bombarded with things.
absolutely, but I start to like on stage. I love to be on stage and I love to be like seen by people, of course, and I love what I'm doing. But in my private time, I'm very shy, to be honest. Like I don't like to be recognized. And of course, people tell me that's part of the game. But when I go to a bakery or a restaurant with my family, I feel like I don't want to be seen. And when it happens that there are
Do you
people
really think that this is part of the game? I mean,
because
no. My way of thinking is when I meet someone or see someone that is popular, I would never ever go straight to that person to you know what I
doesn't
mean? Like,
necessarily need to be.
depends on the
confronted by people.
situation, maybe a
Mhm.
bit. Like when you're on a festival and you meet another artist, yeah, sure, you maybe start a conversation. But
Yeah.
if you see, I don't know, I don't have an example, but anybody sitting with his family on a table in a restaurant, I would never ever go there and start a conversation.
Yeah,
with
maybe
that
I
person.
wouldn't do
So
that. Yeah.
This is I don't know. This is not only about you have to deal with it. This is more, what would you like or not like to do people to you? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Do
I
you have
understand.
the saying in Germany, treat others how you would
Yeah.
want to be treated?
yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
That's
So,
It's,
I don't know. This is some.
and that differs from person to person,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
because some people might be like, oh, I wouldn't care, you know,
Yeah.
they wouldn't care because they haven't been in the situation. I mean, I'm very outgoing, so when there are people trying to talk to me, but sometimes you don't feel like talking or whatever, you're just a human, you know, and I only say that sometimes I just don't feel comfortable, but I think it's part of the game, because when I think music wise and band wise, it's like, oh yeah, the more people that like our music, the better we can tour and
Yeah,
all
for
that.
sure.
We can do what we love, you know. But I can't say like, okay, this is my private time or my privacy, and now nobody should know me, you
No,
know.
that's-
Like you
that's
can't
just not
you can't.
possible. But you should know it by yourself, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
I actually really like it when people come and say hi. I feel like those people pay my bills.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
the people that support, and they're the same for you guys. I think as well, you get the energy that you give. You guys are such lovely, amazing, nice humans. You're never gonna get jerkish. Yeah, you're never gonna get jerks come up to you because it's not the energy you put out. Whereas I feel like there could be bands or actors or something that don't have that like personality to their character as much, and that would probably invite that kind of energy. Like dudes are in like really tough hardcore bands. If their whole thing is being aggressive and tough, you're more likely to get aggressive, tough people come up to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas you guys are really lovely and happy and fun people, so that's going to be the people you attract. I try and be the same way. I try and make sure that everyone gets a really positive experience when they meet me, as opposed to grumpy.
Exactly.
Moody person.
No, I don't like that. Yeah.
Was there any thought with the wigs and like that sort of things for anonymity? Or is that just like an accident?
Not at all. No. That was just being silly. Like, you know, like that was just being in the mood. Like, I wouldn't say it's because of the pandemic. We have that behind us, but like we wanted to try something new, and we wanted to make fun of ourselves. It has always been a part of the band.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that for what's the hard word?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
what is it like? Doing something on purpose? Or-
No, anonymous.
Oh, okay.
Anonymity is
no,
like
okay. No,
so
that was not.
not-
That
not
was
being
not.
recognized.
No.
I think, you know what? You guys speak such good English. I kind of forget that it's not your first language. I barely speak English, and it's the only language I speak. So you guys are doing so well.
We should
Thank
should
you.
switch to German right now.
Yeah.
That should be.
No, we always try to like we talk English so much, but still, of course, we just the German struggling with the th, you know.
Yeah.
But we're doing our best always.
Anonymity is a
We were
hard word.
not always using the right grammar and stuff like that. It happens, but I don't know. Yeah, it's. I can remember like 2 or 3 years ago, years without touring, without talking in English to anybody, or to like
Practice.
less people than now. It was like, okay, cool. I have to overthink every second or like every sentence. And right now it's not like that anymore. It's
it feels
it's
much more comfortable, much
much
more
easier.
natural and comfortable.
Yeah.
Do you find the comprehension, the listening part hard, or the responding part hard?
It depends.
Depends.
Yeah.
It depends on the slangs, you know. Like,
Yeah.
When you go to, for example, to Glasgow, dude, I can tell you. I don't want to blame the people in Glasgow. The Scottish people are Scottish. I'm so sorry. People are
Scottish.
so cool, but your slang is like I can't.
It's
I'm
fun.
So sorry.
Yeah.
It's very fun, but yeah, it is a lot. Johnny's girlfriend is Scottish,
Yeah.
Okay.
and when they first got together, I'm like naturally pick up on accents quite well. Johnny's useless, and she and I used to laugh at him because she would say things, and he'd be like, "What?
Yeah.
What?" He just couldn't pick up what she was saying.
And with Australian people, like when when you speak English like that, my name is Kevin, everybody knows that you're not capable of speaking English. But when you're kind of speak English in a proper way, everybody thinks that, okay, I can go really hard on that person.
And then drop anonymity on you.
And
really
it's
fucked.
crazy.
But even if you tell those people from time to time, dude, I'm so sorry, you're much too fast and I don't get it. It's like, yeah, let me give it away. Okay, cool, yeah, nice, cool.
But it's funny, we're always learning, you know, always see the positive side of it. You know, like we're always learning new slangs, and the more you get used to it, the better you can understand it. And I remember when we toured the UK a couple months ago, and it got better and better. And also with Australian accent, they can be harsh as well.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
And we speak very quickly.
And that's the point. Like our tour manager here, lovely guy, but sometimes I'm like, sorry,
Timmy, please.
What? The last sentence was a little bit too fast.
What? What did you say?
What?
Slow the fuck down, please.
Exactly.
Big shout out to Timmy, by the way.
Yeah. But this is a good thing.
Just slow the fuck down.
Yeah, Australians use swear words a lot, you know. And for example, when the C word, you know, when we were in the States, this is a total no-go.
The C word?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
it's cats.
Cats.
Cats,
Now I
exactly,
got it.
cats.
Okay.
We don't like talking about them in Australia.
Yeah.
Anti-feline policy. Yeah, we don't use that word on the channel. We've never used that word because of that reason, because we have a very international audience.
Exactly.
It's always been such a harsh word for me to hear.
Yeah, totally.
But
And this is like, we have the same in Germany. Sometimes words get their own, in Germany would say their own life, you know, like you don't use those words for the original
yes,
meaning, you know. It's like they mean something different now.
Did you watch The Boys?
Yeah, I love The Boys.
He was using that C word like in
So
every single
much,
sentence.
yeah.
And I was like, when I finished that series, I was like, I want to say it.
I want to say
it all the time because he's so cool.
He makes it seem effortless.
like-
That's true.
Oh shit!
It does mean a different thing, like the way he uses it, Butcher
Yeah.
uses it in The Boys, versus how Australians use it. It's more like a friendly, like cheeky way here,
Yeah, exactly.
whereas his is an insult.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the American side of things versus the Australian side of things. But same
with Matthew McConaughey smoking all the time in front of the camera. All you want to do then is like, even if you don't smoke, you want to smoke.
I can honestly say I've never
Did
wanted
you
to
ever-
smoke seeing him.
No?
It does not
Watch
appeal
True
to me.
Detective. The first
I have seen it.
season.
You
of
never
True
did
Detective.
it?
No.
So I think I would be the same, but in one point in my life, at one point in my life, I smoked that coolness cigarette, you know, and I'm not a smoker, but when I'm with the guys and sometimes
Yeah,
having
it
a
changed
drink
when I joined the band.
Really? That like
No,
made
not
you...
really, but I wanted to say that.
You're lying straight to my face.
He's now smoking those, like, what's it called?
I call it fart stick.
Fart stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
That
smells,
sounds horrible.
actually it smells like fart.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
why?
like-
I'm not kidding, I don't
why
know.
are you smoking?
They're not burnt. It's like vaping, but
Yeah, it's
vaping.
called IQOS, and you have those tiny tobacco sticks,
I don't know if
and
we have them in
you
Australia.
heat it up and put it in there, and
They
once
don't
you
burn.
put it in there, it smells like fart.
It smells like fart. Whenever he's around and he's doing that, I rather ask him if he farted than if he just smoked or something or whatever. It's awful.
Oh no, I'm just feeling very gassy today. I'm
So the,
Yeah.
thing, the trick is whenever you have to fart, really,
just light up
just
one of them.
you just pull out the fart stick, and you can
It's
do it incognito.
like
you know?
with family, like
You're just making a weird noise and I put this one
it's
out.
Was it you? No, it's the fart stick.
I promise.
I'm just smoking a cigarette. Oh, nice. That's the only way. That's the only reason he does that.
Does that not take away from the experience from you? Like, surely that makes it... Isn't it what... Is smoking something for you that you do for relaxation, or is it a thing that you started because you thought it was
Well,
cool?
I can tell when I'm at home. Now I have a kid.
Yeah.
And it's like
Congratulations.
thank you.
Also,
thank you.
other
Yeah.
congratulations for you.
I'm doing a few, you know.
I'm actually not smoking,
Okay.
except when there's a party or we're going to a bar or something. Then
Yeah, more like a
it's
social
like,
thing.
oh, can I have one, please? So that fart stick,
Mm-hmm.
it smells like shit, but your hands and your fingers and everything, they just don't smell like cigarette.
Okay.
And
Yeah, but
your
Nico, in
clothes
the
and
end,
everything.
can we agree on the fact that
It's
smoking
unhealthy
doesn't
and it's not a good thing,
doesn't
and I
make-
want to quit it, but I can't.
doesn't
It's
make
just,
sense
I
at
don't know.
all?
How does it affect your vocals?
Not really. I would say not really. I think every doctor out there would say.
Yeah, of
But,
course it does. I think your voice sounds cool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like it looks cooler. It sounds cooler.
I feel healthy. It's amazing.
Well, it's all about cigarettes and whiskey.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah, you have to combine it.
What about as I'm stuck on the smoking thing now? As you guys get more and more energetic and your live performance, because you guys are obviously as a band growing and becoming bigger and bigger and putting more into your live shows. When is the choreography, the full dance sequence happening, and how is that going to happen when you smoke? You won't be able to keep moving in the same way. If you're not
no.
guitar.
So if I can understand if you're a really hard smoker, like you're smoking a lot, it will affect you, but
Yeah, sure.
we're not even close.
No.
I mean, I smoke not on tour. Come, let's be honest. I haven't smoked like maybe 3 cigarettes on the whole tour, and it's not that
Yeah,
I'm
I have like,
really suffering from it.
I would say like 5 to 7 cigarettes a day. That's it. So
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
like that kind of guy that has to smoke all the time and
Sure.
is running through the airport when I had a 2 hours flight. I need to smoke right now. It's more like
Oh,
I
we
just
have
like it. It's
we
more
have
like,
smokers in the band that are like that.
Yeah.
Like they really have a hard time when they coming from the plane, from the flight.
Yeah.
The first thing, fuck my suitcase.
it's like they didn't breathe for 12
Yeah.
hours. You know, like I need a cigarette right now.
This is something I don't understand. When we're at home, I don't even think about cigarette.
No,
It's
not really.
and to be honest, when we had no tours for a long time and I didn't smoke for a long time, I think it's disgusting. It's really disgusting when I smoke a cigarette. It's like there have been so many times that I thought I want to smoke, and then I lit one,
Yeah.
and then I was like,
I mean, I think we could just say that this is, like I said before, it's unhealthy and it's
yeah, not good.
probably affecting my body. I don't know if it's affecting my voice that much, but
He looks okay.
oh, that was my leg. Sorry. I think it affects me, but I don't know. Just for all the people out there, don't
smoke.
Don't smoke.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. Don't smoke, kids. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Let's move on to music, because that's what we should be talking about, if I did my job at all. This has been a fairly long touring cycle off the back of techno. How has your enthusiasm for the tour grown or lessened towards the end? Because this is kind of the end of the tour cycle, right?
Yeah. It's like we have some more shows in this tour cycle for
in
techno
February.
in February and March in Germany.
No, that's not correct.
What?
I'm so sorry, man.
What?
But it's also Switzerland and Austria.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
How
yeah, right.
dare you? I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
damn
Switzerland,
it,
Austria.
damn it. It's like I'm sorry, Switzerland,
I
Austria,
hate
but
that, but
yeah, but thing is, what I wanted to say is like you get into some kind of routine. It feels easier, and you don't think about like it's the same with speaking English.
Yeah.
When you haven't done it as a non-native speaker, when you haven't done it for a long time, you kind of need to think about some words and what you want to say, and it takes more of your brain, you know.
Yeah.
But after touring 2 weeks, you don't even think
It's
about
routine,
it anymore.
yeah.
It's just routine, and you can concentrate on other things.
But
Namely,
did you mean that tour, that Australian part of the tour?
No, as
or
in
like
the
in
tour in
general,
general, how
okay.
because that's something I feel like touring must be so hard. You're away from your families, you're
Yeah.
away from your home for so long, and I know you get some time to go back.
I think that's actually the hardest part. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
the US tour, for example, was pretty hard for all of us
Oh, yeah.
because that was a long time.
How
I think
long was the
like
tour?
3.5 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I know a lot of bands that are touring like 6 to 8 weeks or
That's
longer in the
crazy,
US,
man.
but I mean you can actually tour through the US the whole year if you want to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was for me the hardest part of the year because it's not only the length of this tour, it's also the distance. That's the same that I have right now. That feeling of being like on the other side of the globe,
Yeah.
so far away from my family. And if there's anything, like even if it's just a flu or something that your son got or something, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Even communication's hard because they're on a time.
yeah.
I
You
get that.
just have to, I don't know. It's just not possible to do anything than writing your wife, or call her and say, hey, I'm with you.
You're
even
trying
if
to
I'm
be
not.
emotionally there, but
Yeah.
but it's you're not
That's
physically
the hardest,
there.
Yes.
Actually, for me in person, I think it's the same for you. That's the hardest part of touring, and like being so far away. Even if we love what we're doing, this is actually the worst part of it.
Yeah.
But when you have a look at the shows, it's we were so confident with what we're doing, and the fact that there are more people coming to the shows now gives us the possibility to have a better production, a bigger production. We in the first time in our band's history, we were able to bring or to rent kind of the same setup that we use in Europe, in the United States,
cool.
and this is so cool. Like having some upgrades also in other countries is absolutely amazing. And
I mean, it's still ridiculous to see.
Yeah.
Like tonight,
Really.
there will be like 5,000 people in front of the stage.
Yeah.
and that's
fucking Australia.
and that's
you know,
one
like-
very important thing for us. There have been times where we had to just go very simple and pure on stage. Of course we played our music, but that was about it. And now we kind of think that it's very important to make sure that everybody on the globe that we're playing a tour or a show for can get the same experience, you know. It's hard to explain, but of course you always have different possibilities in different countries, but we think this is what we're doing and this is what we want to show, and so we try to do as best as we can to bring it everywhere we tour.
But you guys need to know that it's actually much more difficult to do the production that we're doing in Europe when it comes to fly around.
Of course.
To get all that gear
Yeah.
to Australia, from Germany to Australia, is not that easy.
Yeah, but when this time, for example, we did something different from the last time. We had our whole cargo organized beforehand.
Yeah.
So
You shipped it over as well.
we shipped it.
Yeah.
No, was it shipped?
Yeah,
it
Out?
was-
I don't know, but we put it
know.
on a cargo.
It was like
Yeah.
a week before we actually flew to Australia, or 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Like,
That seems to be a pretty common thing for bands to have a bigger production. Is the only way they can
I
feasibly
think
do
it's
it.
just not possible. If
Is
you
to, yeah.
And it's very like for touring bands. I think if you're touring with a band, it's like whenever you have your extra luggage on airports, it's horrible because it always depends on the person working at the desk, or
you have the cool guys.
Yeah.
And the
For example, we
we have 200
exactly.
more.
Yeah.
So
That's $5,000.
Exactly.
you guys could go back in line,
Yeah.
all of you.
I like
please.
how you wear your glasses now.
Yeah.
yeah.
See you in 2 hours, and then we're gonna do it all over again.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. See you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have some
We
assholes on airports.
we flew to Finland once for a festival. The way to Finland with our cargo or with our over luggage, with about 1,700 euros.
Okay.
The way back with the same flight, same luggage, and same
Weight and everything.
everything's the same, was double the price.
Oh.
And we asked, how could it be? Like, no, they did a mistake on your way here.
I can tell you, it's because of me.
Yeah, no, because I hate you.
I'm a
I
dickhead,
hate you.
that's why.
I hate you.
So cool. Yeah, nice to meet you.
But it's like
that's good.
struggling being a musician on tour with extra luggage.
So what about going forwards?
Mhm.
Where you've had a lot of time to see what works, what you like doing,
Mhm.
what the audience like.
Mhm.
What does 2024 and beyond look like for Electric Callboy?
Oh, there are so many things planned. We want to write a new album, and we experienced how hard it is to write a new music when you're on tour that much.
Yeah.
Because we're not the band. Some bands we know that are on tour a lot. They write music on tour, and we're always like, we tried it actually, but
Oh,
it's
come on, we're just not disciplined enough to do that.
yeah, but
To
it's
be
like
fair.
we actually we need to dive deep, you know. I can't like, oh, in 1 hour there's sound check, and you know,
Yeah,
like in
yeah.
between
Yeah.
doesn't feel. You can't let yourself fall, you know, into the music and all your inspiration, and we need some time. But we have like talked to each other, and now we took a calendar and like, we're there, and we're at home there and there and there, and we have some fixed dates to write new music, which is cool, and also. We have some cool festivals next year that we
Yeah,
know
fun.
of. We want to improve that we headline. We're headlining big festivals in Germany as
Heck
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Actually
very much.
play Rock and Park and Rock and Ring for the first time of our lives.
That's
It's,
so cool.
Hell yeah.
That was right on top of my bucket list.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can say in general, we're pretty happy with all of the things that happened, and we're so thankful. But I can tell you, and it's not only about. We just want to get. We want to get bigger. We want to reach more. We want to. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, not only I want to be a fucking rich bitch. No, it's more like. In Germany, we say when you in the Blut geleckt hast, weißt du?
Yeah,
When
you still have ambitions, you know, like we're absolutely enjoying what's going on now, and we're comfortable with playing arenas now. We were so afraid of playing arenas. Now we're comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, it's not that we want to get bigger as a band, but we want to try out more, and you know, like better
you
production.
need to have like something that you
Little
want
goals,
to reach,
little
like little
ambitions, you
goals,
know?
you know, and we want to, I don't know, like even if it's a bigger venue that you want to play in, I don't know,
Little
27
steps.
or
These,
something.
it's always the little steps. For example, of course, everything that you put on stage costs money, and we can't afford all that sometimes. But for example, laser show. We want. It's the dream of me to have a laser show at one point, or some lasers going around. And now we have pyro, of course, that looks great. But we always think about new stuff, like.
I heard you say you want to pop up like Psych.
Yeah, that
I
would be so
think
cool.
that would be so fun.
I've seen a reel on Instagram where you just see him underneath the stage surface,
Yeah, I've seen that.
and it looks like he's just chilling, and then he's like popping up, and then there is a stadium full of people chanting his
That's
songs.
the thing.
you know?
He's playing to a stadium
Yeah,
full of people.
it's
That's
crazy.
wild.
So crazy. Yeah, but we've been talking about goals. So this is a dream. Let's just tell it a dream. But
Mhm.
reaching that point that we actually reached right now, that was a dream.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nobody thought that we could actually reach that point. So yeah, I just want to keep dreaming. Like
yeah.
I like
work
that.
for that. So
Is there any? Do you feel any pressure?
Mhm.
a
Because
lot
you.
of,
Sorry about that. I'll get off your leg.
Yeah.
Do you feel any pressure? The fact you've had these like tremendously successful YouTube videos, and you've built an audience in a really, really cool way.
Mhm.
Is there any pressure to maintain that?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the last, every time we touch clip,
Mhm.
so good, so
Mhm.
fun.
Thank you.
So
yeah.
fun.
thank you so much.
I feel like you guys aren't necessarily like, I'm sure you are trying, but it does seem fairly effortless because it is just like a reflection of who you are as people.
Mhm.
So I feel like if you can continue just being yourselves, you're gonna get that. But do you feel the pressure to be like,
That
we've
was
got to deliver?
I can tell you that was actually hard work. That was one of the hardest videos that we have shot
Mhm.
for me, because we had those
Choreographies.
Yeah.
Like
and
kinda we
it was not easy.
No, it was not. But the pressure is there, and it has always been there. Like not even now. Like years ago when we made music and it was kind of successful, you always try to be better the next time. You know, and that is what makes you go on. You don't go on with doing something. Doesn't necessarily need to be music. It can be everything in your job, in your free time. You want to be better. You know, you want to improve yourself. And thing is, we try to get rid of that thought. That is the main challenge during songwriting, because that
It
blocks
actually
you,
holds
that-
you. I mean, it could hold you back
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
you don't have a free mind, and I
and
mean, we need pressure. This, I think, every one of us needs it. It's like it's actually part of us.
Yeah.
I'm pressured in 2 hours right before the show. I can
Mhm.
tell you, because I give myself the pressure to be
definitely.
to give the people out there a good performance and a good evening.
Yeah.
So I have to pressure myself. So we need pressure to write a new album, but you have to find the balance.
I think I found for the band, I found an excuse, because if you like quality wise, you can be better every time, but there is an end, you know.
Yeah.
Like there
Yeah.
is an end, and I think it's for example, during a show, when you always go hard and every song is fast and brutal and aggressive.
Mm.
No song is brutal and aggressive, you know, because
it all becomes the same thing.
absolutely, and it needs some down parts, and then it can go up again. And this is what I what I transfer to our music videos. Of course, we're known for the music videos, and some were funny, and some have many views, some have a little bit less views, but that's okay. You
Yeah.
know, when we try to make new music and one song is popular and the other one is a little bit less, that's totally fine, and this takes a lot of
part of
pressure
the
from
game.
you.
Yeah,
know?
that's exactly it. It is all part of it.
So it's all part of it, and we're very happy when people like what we're doing. And I know some videos you are more likely to rewatch them a couple
Yeah.
times, because have you seen that, and have you seen this? And some people are just a little bit artsy, and it's okay when you have watched it once or
you
twice.
just don't want to watch it.
Yeah, or you just don't want to watch
Yeah,
it.
I
I
mean,
don't
they-
think I've ever.
There are a lot of
put
people out
video
there
up.
that just see the thumbnail of two guys with a fucking wig on.
Yeah.
I totally understand if there are some metalheads out there that are like, well,
You guys don't know how to have fun. That's the
I
problem.
just don't want to watch it.
So-
It's not my kind of music and not my kind of style. I totally get it, but
But you're wrong.
Get
Get over yourselves, you jerks. Well, I'm excited for you guys. I think I'm so proud of you as well. Like,
Oh, thank you.
it is so deserved. I'm stoked to see you guys getting more and more success and getting to do these cool things. And like, you fucking sold out Australia.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
so good.
yeah,
like
yeah.
tripling the venue size, more than triple within a year is so exciting. So congratulations.
Thank you.
yeah, we
very
can't
much.
wait to come back.
Oh yeah, And it's like very close. We have 3 hours, a little bit more than 3 hours to stage time, and we've seen the venue in Melbourne. It's crazy.
So maybe we should like take a quick nap before we go on stage.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks for being. We'll see you guys later.
Oh,
We're spooning. Face that one, baby girl. Big glass, little spoon.